Wait a minute. So on that same Monday, like you can see from here, like you can see ugali beef and ugali beef African nightshade. Yeah, African nightshade is actually managu. Yeah, hii kizungu mingi isikuchanganye. Yeah, African nightshade is actually managu. So hello, wonderful people. How are you doing? I'm hoping you're all well. If you're new here, my name is Mora Maina. I'm a nutritionist and I help people to positively shift their relationship with food and their bodies. Yeah, and this is Nutrition Diary, whereby we would love everyone to feel much better every single day, to feel much healthier and also happier at the same time. Yeah, it's been quite a while since I was able to upload a video. I had some few life issues that I needed to attend to. Yeah, but now that I'm done with all those issues, because life happens and you need to face it. Now that I'm done with it, I'm here with a new video. Last week I think I put a video, but it didn't. I decided to stop its viewership for a while because of some few issues here and there, but I promise it's gonna be up again after all those issues have been resolved. Yeah, so today I want to take you through my journey, or rather not through my journey, I want to take you through my meal planning process. Basically it's about the things I have to do before the actual meal preparation. That is, from planning my weekly menu. Then from my weekly menu, I manage to make the grocery list, and then from the grocery list, I make my budget, and then from my budget, I manage to go for the actual shopping. Normally, I do this weekly for some items. Others I do it after 2 weeks, and some items I do it after a month, and some even go up to or like a month. And how do I go about this? And what I realized, once you, like, we all know the aspect of planning. Once you're able to plan once you're able to plan your work, once you're able to plan anything that you think of doing, planning can take you a very long way. It helps you to save so much of your time, especially when I'm planning for my meals. It helps me to save my time while I go for shopping, instead of me fumbling on what I need, what I don't need. Yeah, it helps me so much to, because once I get to the market or wherever it is that I buy my foods from, I go directly to that stall. I go directly to that shelf that I want, that contains the foods that I actually want, other than me just going randomly to the market or to the supermarket without knowing what I'm going to do, by just guessing and stuff. So it helps me a lot to save on my time. Another thing that it has helped me to stop overspending. Yeah, and sometimes even impulse buying. Yeah, because you realize that once you don't plan yourself, you end up buying things that you don't really need. For example, you could be having something in the house, but you don't remember you have it. Once you're able to plan yourself before the actual purchasing, you're able to know that this thing is in the house, this one is not there. So you don't have to spend something that for you have don't have to spend for something that you don't really need, and then you end up spending too much of your money. So it has helped me so much to save on my coins. Another thing that actual meal planning has helped me, to me it's quite interesting to actually go through this actual planning process. It makes my work easier. I feel happy when I plan my things, and when they turn out as good as I'd planned, then I feel, oh wow, this is so interesting. I really feel myself for work well accomplished. Sometimes you can plan for things, but you end up not achieving that which you want. So once you don't end up achieving your goals, yeah, but once you're able to achieve your goals, you feel like, wow, this is so nice. I feel myself, yeah. So for me, this planning for my meals has really helped me a lot, and I would really want that everyone to actually go about doing this. Another thing that I can say this meal planning has helped me is, I don't know if it's me alone who have this constant struggle on what to eat on what to eat on a daily basis. Because as for me, if initially when I used not to plan my meals, I would randomly eat anything, and I would find myself, maybe if I'm in the house and I'm like, I don't feel like going out today, then I'm like, I'm just snacking all. Maybe I'm taking a banana, maybe I'm taking an apple, maybe I'm taking, yeah, some leftover food for yesterday's leftover food, such kind of things. Yeah. So this time, after having to start planning my meals, I am more mindful, I'm more conscious, i'm more intentional on the type of meals that I want to eat in a particular day. Plus it's all planned, all the ingredients are there, so you don't have this constant struggle on trying to figure out what do we make today. Yeah, that's something that this meal planning has helped me to do it quite to do it much better. So how do I actually go about my planning? Yeah, so first, like I said, first of all, I make my meal. I make my food menu. That is the food that I take for that entire week, like from breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And if you're the type that snack in between meals, you can also plan for that and ensure that it is well executed. Yeah, so I make something like a weekly meal planning, like week. I make them weekly. So like this week I'm planning to take this and that from Monday to Sunday. Yeah, so let me show you some of the examples of let me show you how I go about it. So one of the example of the meals that I've actually planned. Like I said, I do it weekly. So I usually make mine my computer, uh, from my computer. So this is how I go about it. Let me show you. And you don't necessarily need to have a computer, a laptop, or you can even use your phone to make your meal, to make your weekly meal menu. At the same time, you can also take a pen, a paper, and a ruler to actually prepare this. It's more of a timetable. Yeah, so you can actually use a pen, a paper, and a ruler to come up with one. But for me, I prefer using the I prefer using my computer for easier editing. For maybe for this week, I've taken this. Next week I managed to actually edit and do something else, because we also want to emphasize on variety. So this is actually the outlook. Let me try and show you. Yeah, from my breakfast here, lunch and dinner. Yeah, as you can see, I don't know if you're able to view that. Yeah, I do it from Monday. Let me. Yeah, from Monday. These are the days of the week. I've managed to make it look even much more interesting. Like I said, I enjoy doing all this. So this is Monday to Monday to Saturday, Friday, Monday to Sunday. I mean, so like you can see on Monday, I've so while you're planning your menu or your weekly menu, ensure that all your meals are well balanced. Include both the macronutrients and the micronutrients. Like I said, ensure that all the family members in your all the members in your household are able to get these nutritious meals, depending on maybe if you have a sick person in the house, take care of that. If you have children in your house, the toddlers, the 6 to 2 years children, ensure that you're able to take care of all their meals. And also if you have the elderly, it just depends on the type of family that you have. Always ensure that you include all the foods that will cater for all of them. Yeah. What I'm trying to say is, we all have different needs in a family. We all have different needs. Yeah. So in terms of quality, in terms of quantity, ensure that you're able to meet all these individual needs for the family members. Yeah. So that you're not underfeeding them, or rather you're not overfeeding them. Yeah. Make sure you just meet all the individual needs of each family member in your household. Yeah. Like for example, on Monday, I have my banana. You remember the banana oats pancake that I made the other time? That's what I prepared here, plus banana oats pancake and banana oats pancake and the pineapple. Yeah. So in this case, this meal is actually well balanced, because like I said, the banana oats pancake, we have in this banana oats pancake, if you can check from a recipe, you can see that it contains some milk, it contains some peanuts, yeah, and actually the oats itself. So clearly you can see all that meal is already well balanced. And if you go to the case of maybe if you go to the case of my lunch on that Monday, we have the and rice beans and spinach. Yeah. So it's also well balanced. And if you go to, maybe let me go to a different wait a minute. So on that same Monday, like you can see from here, like you can see ugali beef and ugali beef African nightshade. Yeah, African nightshade is actually managu. Yeah, hii kizungu mingi isikuchanganye. Yeah, African nightshade is actually managu. So let it not confuse you. So as you can see, they're all well balanced. They contain all the macronutrients and the micronutrients that an individual will need, and it can cater for all the family members, not necessarily an individual. Most people take all this, unless somebody, maybe you can say, maybe somebody has, okay, maybe somebody could be having maybe unless somebody is allergic to peanuts, because I know there are some people who are actually allergic to peanuts. So you can try find an alternative for such a person. You don't cook food and not being able to cater for all the family members. Most of the time, just ensure that whatever it is that you're planning for, you're able to meet all the needs of all the members in your household. Don't cook that which somebody is not taking. Hakuna chao kama ukuliwe shauri yako. No, ensure that you're able to take. And if you must take that, provide an alternative for such a person. And then if I go to maybe on Friday, I think this is where most people cheat a lot. They cheat with the I have eggs. I have on Sunday morning. As you can see, this is Sunday. I have eggs, avocado sandwich, and tea. Yeah, this is actually the only day that I take my tea, and for me, most of the time I take black tea. So this is the only day that I actually take my tea. So like I said, too much of something is the main problem that you're having. So if you take too much of, but you don't have to take tea if you don't want to, but too much caffeine is not so good, but tea still, they contain some other health benefits that you might want. So on Sunday, like you can see on Sunday lunch, I take my peas. You can see it here, peas, mashed potatoes, and carrots. Yeah, these carrots, normally I love them raw, because now here we're able to take care of our proteins, we're able to take care of our carbohydrates. That is alafu you're able to take care of our vegetables. So the meal is actually well balanced. And if you go to the dinner bit, we have vegetables, black beans, tacos, and some banana. Yeah, tacos, I'll show you one of the tacos is actually made from tortillas. Normally I make my tacos in the house. I don't like buying them from the supermarket. I know they're already ready made tortillas in the supermarkets, but I don't like buying them. I love preparing them myself, so that I'm able to mix the ingredients the way I want to, like the example that you're seeing here. The one that you're seeing here is actually made of vegetables and some unpeeled potatoes um, with some few cilantro. Cilantro is actually cilantro is actually dania. Yeah, you know dania. Yeah, so some few cilantro, the dania, like I said, unpeeled potatoes. We have and some carrots and some few other vegetables. That's the filling that I use for my tacos. So you try as much as possible to ensure that, like I said in my other videos while I was introducing this channel, nutrition doesn't have to be boring. You can still take that which you want, but you make it as much nutritious as much as possible. Yeah, so like I said, it doesn't have to be boring. Yeah, so that's all about it. And then from there, after preparing my meals, or rather after preparing that my weekly menu, from there I can now able to narrow it down to the ingredient list of every food item that I've put there. Yeah, those common ingredients like the tomatoes, the onions, the garlic, the capsicums. Capsicums is the hoho. Yeah, you know them, the hoho. Some people they have the red one, we have the yellow one, and you have the green one. Yes, now the green one is the one that is called hoho. So some people call the yellow one hehe and the other one hihi. It just depends. It just depends on you. But you have the red one, the green one, and the yellow one. So those are some of the common ingredients in most of the foods. Yeah, you include all of them. So I come up with a grocery list where I'll be ticking alongside it. So let me show you an example of how my grocery lists look like. This is my grocery list. Yeah, as you can see, I have my vegetable. I group them in terms of vegetables, in terms of grains, in terms of fruits, and dairy and protein sources. It makes it much more easier for me to be able to go through them and be able to buy to it makes it much easier to go through them and be able to tick alongside it. Yeah, so as you can see, like I said, there are those common ingredients, especially for the vegetables. They are common. Yeah, so the tomatoes, onions, carrots, capsicums, lettuce, cabbage, spinach, managu, saga, the ones that I told you. Managu is the African, the cilantro, beetroot, ginger. Yeah, so all these are from the vegetable end. So all this I need to buy, because most of these items in this list I buy them weekly. Like I told you earlier on, that some foods I buy them weekly, some in 2 weeks time, others a month, others even 3 months. Yeah, so another food item, we have the grains. Sorry, we have the grains. Yeah, from the grains you have the millet, because sometimes in one of my in my meal planning menu, I make ugali, the millet ugali. So millet, oats, rice, maize. From this grain list, I have all of them. I have all of them in the house, so I don't need to go and buy them. These are some of the ones that I actually buy once a month, twice a month, and it takes me a very long way, especially from the for the dry cereals. It stays for quite, so I don't have to buy any of them. So this one I'll tick alongside it to show that I already have them. I already have them in the house. Yeah. Another thing is the starches. These starches, for example, the sweet potatoes, pumpkin, Irish potatoes, like the pumpkin, I can't finish the all of it, so I just buy. I just buy once, and then it can stay for such a long time. Even the sweet potato, sometimes I just boil one, and maybe I bought one for I bought them for like 100 bob, plus they don't go bad that easily, so it can stay for even 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So we are good to go. Another thing, the fruits, I buy them weekly because they tend to go bad easily. From the dairy, if you have someone bringing them from the farm, they can always be like I was saying, you can have your dairy. If you can get them from the farm, the better. And yogurt, I only buy when I need it. Yeah, so I just buy it when it's part of the ingredient list of the foods that I want to buy. And then protein sources, you have the peas. This one I buy weekly. And then we have the green grams. This one I buy, it takes me quite a long time. 1 kg can take me up to 2 months. Yeah, so I have beef. Actually, the meat products, normally I prefer to buy them when I need them. I don't like storing the beef. Yeah, so I only buy it when I need it. Yeah, so because this beef thing, normally they tend to normally I forgot to include eggs here because eggs is part of my ingredient list. So I prefer to buy beef when I need it, because this they tend to get contaminated easily. So it's better that it's better that you always buy it when you need it, other than keeping it to protect you from food poisoning, the contaminations, and all that kind of thing. So I prefer buying it when I need it. So that's all about it. It's that easy. Yeah, like I said, it doesn't have to be hard. It's so interesting to go about doing it, you having to write down all that you need. Yeah, and it's even much easier when you go out there. Yeah, some of you would be wondering, how would I know my recipe, or rather the ingredient list that I know. There's those foods that you know that you need this and this to cook them. You can always go to Pinterest for some other recipes, for new things that you that you want to prepare. Yeah, so you can even go to YouTube. There are so many food YouTube videos that you can go to and be able to get all these ingredients that you really need. Yeah, so that you can be able to go and buy them. So it's not hard, it's easy, it's interesting. Yeah, and it's so satisfying. Personally, I always feel so satisfied after doing all these things, after being able to cook nice food for myself. Personally, I love I'm not I'm not good with what do I say? I love trying new things. Sometimes they fail, sometimes I do it well, but most of the time they just come out really well. After when it's your passion to maybe cook or do some things, you're easily, or you're likely to make good combinations for yourself and be able to make good food. Yeah, so ensure that your food is colorful, ensure that you eat all the foods, ensure that you have variety. What you ate this week, try next time to shift it to something else, so that you're able to meet the variety that we all want, all the colors that you really would wish to have. Yeah, so that's it for today's video. I hope this video will be of so much help to most of us. And thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Subscribe to my channel, and if there's anything that you'd love to add onto what I've just said, also comment down below. Tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.